Hello, y'all. Welcome to Jackalope Tales, Urban Legends and Music, where we uncover, is it real or is it a jackalope tale? I'm your host, Charles Mooney.
And I'm Lisa Umbarger. And Charles and I are original members of the Toadies, and now we're podcasting about it.
Oh, yeah, and we're going to be going to festivals.
Oh, my God. I really
Which
do
you
like festivals.
did.
Yeah.
You really went to a festival recently.
I did.
I was excited for you on this.
I was, too. It was my birthday present for my family, my 60th birthday present.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go see Allison Roy.
Oh, and you said she just does not tour.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, like her whole career.
Yeah. She's not toured much. Plus, you know, icing on the cake was Devo, the Go-Go's, Nick Cave.
Yeah.
And it was
so late 80s, early
Buzzcocks
90s bands.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
well, even 70s.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was in Pasadena, California.
Mm-hmm.
And we splurged and got the VIP clubhouse tickets.
It sounded like it was going to be amazing because, I mean, in the front, all this stuff provided to you.
Oh, man. Yeah. So it's like you have a special you have special access places all throughout the festival.
Yeah.
And I'm old.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that sounds nice. So I don't have to be in with the fray.
Right. You're not going to be around bonfires, mud.
Exactly.
All that shit.
So, you know, you have the clubhouse where you're supposed to have free food and drinks all day.
Mm-hmm.
It's air conditioned because, you know, it could get hot.
Yeah.
It was not hot. It was actually rainy, which I freaking loved. It pissed rain all day.
Sprinkle rain or heavy rain?
No, it rained.
Oh, shit.
And I knew it was going to rain, so I had my little North Face raincoat.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, let's go. Because it's mostly British bands, right?
Yeah.
So we started, first band I saw was Midyear from Ultravox.
Yeah.
Who I fucking love. It was great.
Wow.
And it was just raining. I was like, yes, English bands or Scottish, and piss and rain. Let's go.
Yeah.
So it was fun. But with our passes, we're supposed to have special parking, VIP parking.
Oh, yeah.
When we got there and we were not late, the VIP parking was full.
Shit.
And the parking lot attendants were like, okay, where do we go then? And they're like, I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
So no one knew. And it was just like a clusterfuck getting parked. We parked 2 miles away.
Yeah.
And that is not an underestimate.
Oh, this package was not cheap. You were telling me.
It was thousands of dollars. Okay.
Yes. So
yeah.
There shouldn't be any fucking reason there's no parking.
Yeah.
Every person that bought
no
one.
Fucking parking.
God.
2 miles away. We had to walk. And there was parking that was closer in, but they made us go around and park in this lot that was way the fuck out.
Shit. Didn't you say you had to walk 2 miles?
Yes, 2
Holy
miles
fuck.
walking.
That's a marathon.
So we walked 4 miles just going to and from the concert. That day altogether, we walked over 10 miles.
That's when the rain pisses you off. For listening to music, it's great.
Exactly.
Walking in it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
At least it wasn't 100 degrees though.
Well.
So and no one, they were nice people.
Yeah.
Everyone was super cordial and nice, but no one knew what the fuck. It was the most unorganized event I've ever been to. It was so unorganized.
It's like going to a Taco Bell where all the kids are high schoolers.
Right.
And you don't get any of the shit you order.
Yeah. You're like, hey, the Pintos and cheese is supposed to have cheese on it. That's what it was.
Bingo.
So we had trouble finding where the clubhouse was. And after that 2 mile hike, I was pissed.
Yeah.
We finally find it on our own. With a map that I found on my phone. So it's outside the Rose Bowl on the golf course. That's where it takes place. So it's weird anyway. Whoa. But so we get in there and we're like, hey, where's food? And no one knows.
Shit.
But we see people walking around with trays of pizza and stuff. We're like, can we have that? And she's like, it's for this table. And we're like, where do we get that then? We would like to have pizza.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh.
So my God.
Everyone can fuck off. So anyway, I'm like, let's go fucking see Midger and we'll worry about this later.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to, we go and see Midge. We see Blancmange.
Yeah.
We see Alison Moyet. Fucking great. We go back out, and I was till Tuesday was getting ready to come on. I was like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I want a shirt.
Yeah.
And we have fast passes where you have special lines just for Clubhouse people to go get shirts.
Sweet.
So we get in line, wait an hour.
No,
an hour in the fast pass.
Shit.
Wait an hour in our special line. And when I get up there are absolutely no goddamn shirts at all for any of the bands.
Fuck.
Everything's sold out. Nick Cave, New Order, Samoye, everyone was sold out.
Shit.
No shirts of anyone. And I was like, what about underpants or something? And they're like, no.
Damn.
Nothing. Not a fucking thing. Not even a Blancmange shirt.
God.
No one. Nothing to be had. It was horrible. And I just like gradually was like the little thing was spinning where I was getting more and more and
the
more.
The spring was
pissed.
Getting tighter.
Right. Where I was getting to be a Karen and yell at people.
Yes. Oh. I can see why.
But I was mad, and my poor family was like, just settle down. It's your birthday party. You're supposed to have fun. And I was like turning red, and like a vein was popping out of my neck. And I was like, I'm fucking gonna kill someone. I'm a punk rocker. Anyway, I did finally settle down.
Damn.
Because we sat on some benches and watched OMD.
Yeah.
It was sweet.
Yeah.
OMD sweet.
Okay.
You can't be mad and listen to OMD.
No, it could probably channel you some joy.
Right. So it was just sweet. And it was just like, okay, whatever. Everyone's fucking happy but me, whatever. And then Madness came on, and
shit.
They were horrible.
Oh, damn, really?
It was bad. It was bad. So I bailed on Madness, found food.
Yeah. Oh shit. Finally.
And they gave so I got some chicken wings. They gave us 2 little wings per plate, and then you had to get into the line again. So I got chicken wing, go back to the end of the line, chicken wing.
Oh.
And so I got 4 chicken wings.
No pizza.
No pizza.
Chicken wings.
But then I found there was a little stand that had coffee, and they made your coffee really nice.
Oh.
So I had some coffee. I wasn't drinking that day because I knew it was going to be a marathon. So I was like, if I get totally trashed, I'm not going to make it. Yeah. And I will go sleepy night. And we have a 2-mile hike back to the fucking car.
You got that looming.
So I was like, I have my coffee. Let's walk up and let's go see Devo.
Yeah.
So we staked out our place for Devo, and I'm so fucking glad I did. And we're right up at the front for Devo, and it was amazing.
God. Mark Mothersbaugh up there. Oh,
yeah, it was so good.
Damn. Were they the best one?
Yeah, by far. Shit. Well, I mean, Alison Moyet was really amazing.
Because it's her. Yeah.
Yeah. But Devo they were great.
Shit.
They were great. And, Jerry Casale directed a Toadies video. So it was cool seeing him again.
Oh,
and
sweet.
I kept walking by famous people, and I wasn't sure who they were. I was like, I recognize them. One of the people later, when I saw a photo, it was fucking Danny Elfman that I was standing by at Devo.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever. This is fucking cool.
That would have been the perfect festival for Oingo Boingo to play too.
There's rumors that they're going to play next year.
No way.
Yeah. But I'm just going to say I will never go to this festival again. It is just
I know, you were burned. Yeah.
It was, the music was amazing.
Yeah.
The organization on the stages was great. The way they got bands off and on.
Sound was great.
Sound was amazing.
Wow. Okay.
But all the bands were great. Nothing wrong with the performances or anything like that. But the festival itself was just such a beating.
Shit.
I mean, even if I was young.
Yeah.
And I know that most of the things I'm bitching about is like old lady problems.
But they are. Yeah. But I hear you.
If I was a kid and spent that much money on a festival, I would have been mad.
Right.
Because it would have hurt the pocketbook even more,
Oh, yeah.
What I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it was all old fuckers like me.
Yeah.
At a show. The Go-Go's, they didn't know the songs.
Isn't that fucking
And this was the
amazing?
last show of a 6-show thing. They did
Shit.
like a little 6-show tour.
I mean, if you haven't got it by then, there must
And
be something fucking wrong.
We were standing in front of Charlotte, and she kept going back to Gina on drums, and she was like in between the songs was like playing it. She's like, "Is this right? Is this right?"
Holy
And I was like, "What the
hell.
fuck?" My brother and I almost bailed because we're like, "This is
wow.
this is fucking horrible."
Wow.
Because when they would go into a song, they were all playing a different song, and it was just bad.
God.
And we're like, "Should we bail?" And I was like, "I don't know." And there was a little bit of a crowd, so we're like, "Okay, I guess we'll just stand here."
Oh.
And one of the songs, Belinda Carlisle was like, "Well, fuck it. They got to just catch up with me now. I'm going to start it."
No shit.
And so Get Up and Go, she started singing. And during the chorus, all the band finally caught up with her. But they were all playing a different song, all of them, different song. And it was like, what the fuck is going on? And she's up at the front singing.
Holy fuck.
And then they pulled it out of the toilet during the chorus. But I was just like, what the fuck is happening?
Damn.
Yeah, it was bad, but
insane.
It was cool to see the Go-Go's, and it was good to see them so close up. They were having a fun time. I'm not going to kick them in the crotch when they're having fun.
Okay,
but,
yeah.
Except for Charlotte, she was not having fun.
God,
she was struggling.
She
didn't smile. Yeah, she wasn't smiling. She was scared and panicked, and I felt kind of bad for her. It looked like she had stage fright. I've been there. I totally fucking get it.
Yeah, but to be so off, and that's your 6th show, there's no way in hell.
Yeah, she was struggling. Anyway, that was my festival thing.
Well,
we've got better festivals.
One and done. I know. We're talking about some cool ones.
Yeah. So one of the best festivals I've ever been to, and I wish everyone could experience them. I wish they'd come back. Are Lollapaloozas. And I'm not talking about the stationary Lollapalooza that happens in Chicago every year.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. Because I did go to one of those.
Oh.
And I saw PJ Harvey, and that was fucking great.
Okay.
But anyway, sidebar. The Lollapaloozas that traveled was like a giant traveling frat party.
That was an event.
It was crazy. And I've talked to you before this. You never did go to any of the Lollapaloozas.
I didn't go to any.
It was the most amazing freaking time. Totally well organized. Perry Farrell, he's a dick, but he totally put these on correctly. He knew what
Sometimes
to
you got to
do.
be a dick to put stuff on right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
to make sure everything works.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about Lollapalooza, and this one in particular is the 1992 Lollapalooza. And this was a huge one. This is the only one I didn't go to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went to all the other ones, and I cannot remember what happened. It might have been that I was taking extra summer courses.
Okay.
And I couldn't pull it out. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was also 1992, so the Toadies might have been.
Well, I was still with them, so
doing something. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know what happened on that one.
Right. So I'm not sure why I didn't go to this, but I didn't go. And it was amazing because it was Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and
it was at the peak of that alternative.
Yeah, it was a crazy good one. So the amazing thing about Lollapalooza is all the bands hang out together.
Yeah.
So it was craziness backstage. Everyone gets there early. There's a lot of collaboration. So bands will have other bands show up on stage with them and do a song.
Yeah.
So it was fun. And it also was there was a lot of debauchery that happened backstage. Because of everyone's hanging out, and it's a frat party, and you're drinking, and it's a party every day. And
got to come up with something new.
Right. And every day's the weekend. So 1992, the Jim Rose Circus was playing the side stage.
Oh, shit. Yeah. That says a lot there about debauchery.
If anyone has seen or has not seen the Jim Rose Circus, they do all sorts of stuff. They have the little penis shadow circus. They have someone lay on a bed of nails and cut a watermelon on them.
Yeah.
Which our tour manager was that guy that got the watermelon cut on him. Marky.
Yeah.
Marky Ray. Shout out.
It's just like total freak show.
Yeah,
stuff.
it's freak show bullshit. Enigma, the tattooed guy, was part of it, who's one of the sweetest people I've ever met. Anyway, Jim Rose Circus.
Yeah.
But so Jim Rose would play on the side stage, and then the circus members would come and create all sorts of fucked up shit, circus shit backstage. So a traveling circus, that's what Lollapalooza was this year, because all sorts of fucked up shit was happening.
Yeah.
So one of the members of the circus was named Matt the Tube. I think he might still be with them. Several of the members have died, but I think Matt the Tube is still around.
Okay.
So Matt would feed a 7-foot surgical tube down his nose into his stomach.
Yeah.
The tube was connected to a clear container with a plunger built into it. And it was filled with beer, ketchup, mayonnaise, and all other sorts of things. Condiments. Lots of condiments from,
Yes. Secret sauce stuff. Yeah.
The concoction would be pumped into Matt the Tube's stomach and then siphoned back out via the plunger contraption. So they would pump his stomach. The resulting fluids that were sucked back out of his stomach, along with gastric juices, would then be poured into a glass. And
oh God.
Yeah.
And
Matt or a member of the audience would be challenged to drink it.
Oh God. Yeah.
And I saw them at Trees, and someone in the audience drank it. It was like running down. If you could see what it looks like, think about the color of it.
Oh God.
That's all
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gagging the whole time. I couldn't even watch it.
Yeah.
It was just like, ugh.
Understandably.
So anyway, the vomitous elixir was dubbed bile beer.
Oh God.
Bile beer. Do you want some? No.
I don't want to smell it.
Yeah.
I don't want to look at it. No.
And during the Lolla tour, Chris Cornell started the ball rolling on a battle to see who would drink the most of the disgusting brew.
Shit.
So Jim Rose even called Chris Cornell the instigator in his book. And he said that we were playing Kansas when it started, and the boredom must have driven him to it. In the middle of our show, while I was pumping Matt the Tube's stomach, Chris strode out on stage, took the mic, and said something to the effect, "I sure am thirsty. I might need to try the vile bile."
Oh shit.
The crowd went ballistic as he guzzled the whole quart.
Oh no.
And then the next night, Eddie Vedder took the stage and slurped back a liter.
God.
Then Al Jourgensen from Ministry,
well, of course,
realizing
Al.
Yep, realizing he couldn't be the first, decided to make it up in quantity.
Oh God.
The next night, he tossed back 2 quarts and asked for more.
Oh, what a motherfucker.
Yeah. The war was on.
Yeah.
Every night, Eddie and Al would up the ante and chug bile beer.
Oh, shit.
Now, they were doing this not on stage. They were doing this backstage for fun.
It was them just with each other? Oh.
Yes. So, there was the Jim Rose Circus performance that happened. And then afterwards, they would use a contraption and make tons of bile beer and challenge each other to drink the shit.
God.
So, most who tried it just ended up puking or chickening out.
Sure.
But the drummer from Lush, his name is Chris Acklin, had a very serious interaction with the bile beer. Chris drank it down like a champ and then started swelling up and couldn't breathe.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
EMS was called and Chris was hit with an EpiPen. It turns out that this bile beer had some peanut butter in it.
No.
And Chris was allergic to peanut butter.
Oh, shit.
After the near death of Chris, because it was bad.
Yeah.
Perry Farrell requested that the backstage antics cease. It did not, in fact. Al Jourgensen had Matt teach him how to pull off the trick.
Oh, shit.
So he could make his own bile beer.
Oh, God.
And he told everyone, he's like, fuck y'all. I'm the master of this. I'm making my own for fun.
Yeah.
And he kept making bile beer and drinking it.
Why does that not surprise me?
And not for
him?
an audience. He's like, he just wanted to fucking drink bile beer.
Fuck. It's like you tell Al he can't do something. That makes him amplify it like times 4.
Yeah. And so there's people who witnessed it when they were all told they couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Al like stormed off. He was pissed. He was like, fuck it. I'm going to make my own.
Just like a kid being told he needs to come in because it's past curfew.
Making my own in my own time. Like,
they can't take my guns. They can't take my bile beer.
I could just imagine him though, because he's an older dude now.
Oh yeah.
And all these guys who take up hobbies in their older age.
Oh yeah.
That a lot of guys will brew beer, right?
Sure.
Make wine, brew beer, whatever.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? He's like, yeah, I'm brewing beer right now in my stomach. And he's got like these glasses of this gooey brown and red and green bullshit.
Yeah.
These quarts lined up in like medicine things in his
It's like I call it filth pig.
Right. He's like, come to my garage refrigerator. That's where all the good beer is. And you open it up and
that's the age.
Vile beer. Because it'd be cold then. If it's warm, ooh.
It settles. Has different layers to it. God.
Barf just thinking about it.
Shit. See some antics. That's where I'm glad I wasn't a part of that.
Good Lord. Would you drink the bile beer?
God, no. I couldn't bring myself to do that.
I mean, seriously, just watching it, I mean, gagged.
Just even a sip. It's just like
the smell.
The smell. I mean, how it would mix with your own.
No.
Oh.
Are you the type of person that if someone vomits, do you vomit?
No, but
I am.
You see,
I am. So someone starts vomiting and starts making the noise, and you're like,
oh shit! You could have been in big trouble if you toured on that one.
I would have been vomiting everywhere.
Oh shit!
Like my mouth starts getting
yes, extra saliva.
Yeah, when I saw Jim Rose though at Trees, I had to turn my head because I was like, I'm gonna vomit everywhere.
Yeah.
And you could smell it.
Oh God. See, no.
I don't know if I was close enough to smell it, but I thought I could smell it.
You start to think you are smelling it. Ooh. Yeah. No.
All right. What do you have? Festivals.
Well, yeah, we're talking about a festival that it happened in 1981. And sometimes you hear about stories that are so weird that even the guy who lived it tells it like a dream. I mean, because it's just like amazing it even happened. But this was a festival called Bumbershoot, which is another word for an umbrella. So,
I think we played Bumbershoot. If it occurred multiple years.
It has. It's a festival actually that was meant to celebrate poetry, jazz, interpretive dance, and fine arts.
Yeah, I think we played that with the Buttholes.
Yeah. This is great.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this one, it kind of ended with a biker gang fighting rent-a-cops in the rain while the Ramones played Blitzkrieg Bob.
Oh my God.
Like it was the national anthem of the apocalypse. So this is Seattle. So this is where the festival happens. And this one, like I said, Labor Day weekend, 1981. And the Bumbershoot Festival is in full swing. And this is back when it was still technically funded by the city's Arts Commission.
Ooh.
It was supposed to be classy, cultured. There were mime tents, puppet shows. There's a Norwegian storytelling booth and someone playing ambient whale sounds through a speaker next to a compost awareness display, this kind of thing.
That doesn't go with the Ramones.
No, and that's where someone somewhere decided to book the Ramones for this event.
No.
Now, on paper, it sounds cool. You get a punk rock institution, you bring a little edge to the festival, shake it up a little bit. But the festival, it wasn't CBGB. I mean, this was a festival where grandmothers in crocheted shawls sipped herbal tea while watching acrobats twirl scarves to jazz flute solos. So that kind of thing.
Oh my God. I wish I was there.
Don't you? It would.
Oh my God.
Now, here's where kind of the urban legend starts. And I mean, some of this has never been confirmed, but it's been whispered in the punk clubs of Capitol Hill for decades. The Ramones, they allegedly requested that the Hells Angels be hired for security. And not as a joke, not out of fear, but kind of maybe a strategic maneuver.
Okay, but this is after the Rolling Stones.
Oh, yes.
issues.
We all know about that event where there was the stabbing. You have Hells Angels trying to be security.
So who would agree to the Hells Angels?
I don't know. Someone who was historically challenged, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's where do you agree to this?
Yeah.
Because you see, rumor has it that the Ramones weren't thrilled about playing a government-funded event surrounded by tie-dye and face paint. They wanted a punk show. I mean, they wanted a real punk show.
Right.
Where the crowd moved, the stage teetered, and the police sirens harmonized with the chorus. And I mean, and that is one thing I'm glad to say that we saw the Ramones back in the day. And it was full onslaught punk show. They got up on stage, started, and just fucking went song to song to song.
Right. There
1,
was
2,
no
3,
breaks.
4.
Yeah. No breaks. They played for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
No breaks. Just go.
Just constant. And
great.
So, so they made a call to, they'll play. They want the Hells Angels as part of the security there, along with the rent-a-cops. And so that is what is the crazy thing is someone greenlit the idea. And suddenly Seattle's Bumbershoot Festival, a place where you could get a free bookmark and a tofu kebab, was crawling with leather-clad bikers wearing Hells Angels passes. And they were officially, quote unquote, security.
Oh, no.
Now, unofficially, they were the catalyst for one of the most chaotic live performances Seattle has ever seen. The show starts just before dusk. The Ramones hit the stage fast and loud. They're not talking to the crowd. They don't have to. It's all downstrokes and sneers. And then something shifts. A kid in a flannel shirt jumps the makeshift barricade. He just wants to pogo close to the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the Hells Angels grabs him by the neck and throws him back like a bag of laundry. Well, that's a bad move.
Yeah, don't do that too.
Yeah. The crowd doesn't like it. Punk kids in Seattle were used to getting roughed up by cops, but not by bikers. There's a code, and this felt like a violation. So another kid throws a beer. Someone shouts fascist. Another angel swings what looks like a bike chain. So boom, here we go.
I was going to say, this feels very familiar.
Yes. Chaos ensues. Suddenly it's a riot. An artfully curated city-sponsored riot. I mean, the mime tent collapses as people run screaming. Someone knocks over a booth selling wind chimes made out of recycled tuna cans. I mean, the city's official security, I mean, kind of think park rangers with walkie-talkies and clipboards try to intervene.
Oh, my God.
That lasts about 7 seconds. Now, because the Hells Angels they're not just fighting the crowd, they start to fight each other.
The Hells Angels?
Yes. Eyewitnesses say it started with an argument over who was in charge of the West Barricade, and then someone throws a fist. So in the middle of it all, the Ramones just keep playing.
Oh, my God. Yes.
Joey Ramone doesn't even flinch. There's a trash can that sails past his head, and he just leans into the mic and screams, "Hey ho, let's go." And you know what? People did. Once the Angels, they gave up, because it's like kind of like at the other event, they were just sick of the shit. And either because they were losing or just bored, but the crowd surged forward. The barriers came down, the officials fled, and then for one perfect hour, Bumbershoot stopped being a festival and became a punk show in its purest form.
Oh my God.
I mean,
sounds so glorious.
Can you imagine being there? In the middle of it all, Joey, Johnny, Dee Dee, and Marky played like the devil himself had promised them eternal life if they had just made Seattle bleed. Eventually, the amps blew, or maybe someone unplugged them on purpose, not sure. But the music stopped, and the silence that followed was heavier than rain. And the Ramones left the stage without a word.
Sounds so glorious.
Doesn't it? It's like Seattle in such a gorgeous way.
Picture.
Isn't it? I know. The Angels were gone. The police never really showed up. The city called it a minor altercation. The papers called it a disruption. And the people who were there, they call it the night Bumbershoot grew fangs. They say that afterwards, Seattle banned private biker security from city events. They also quietly changed how Bumbershoot booked its headliners. The next year, they hired Judy Collins.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
What the fuck?
And no one got punched that year.
You know who would have got punched if I was there?
Judy. Oh, hell yes.
Punch and Judy.
I got the Punch and Judy booth. But if you talk to someone who was there in 1981, they'll tell you that for a brief, shining, bloody moment, Seattle belonged to the punks, and it was glorious.
Yes.
So it was, you could almost see where it's like the Ramones did approach it like this government sponsored event. It's like, let's go fuck it up.
Yes.
And man, sounds like such a classic moment. Oh,
I wish I was there, man. I can see it in my mind's eye and I'm going, yes.
I know.
That would be the most glorious show ever.
Oh, to have just been a part of that thing. I mean, granted, I was 13, so it may not have been the safest.
Yeah, I
for
don't
me.
think mom would have let me go. I was still a teenager. Yeah.
But just the whole fact that, I mean, the Ramones pull that shit where it's like, let's bring in the Hells Angels, and someone approves it on the government.
When are people going to learn? And have we learned that don't use biker groups for anything?
No shit. I mean, it's just
like nothing. Don't use them.
Yeah.
For things.
But it was almost like
delivering teddy bears, right? They do that.
Oh, they do.
Toys for Tots.
Yeah,
thing.
they control themselves for that. Or I guess they
maybe they do.
I know.
Like, do they chunk the bears at little kids? Like,
tear the arms off.
Cancer kid. Like, chunk a bear real hard.
Put some brass knuckles in the bear. Yeah. I mean, and then it's like you get teddy brawls.
No, I don't think it's the bikers as much as it is. You should have trained people.
Of course. Yeah, they're not trained.
They don't know what to do. They're civilians, whatever.
Yeah, they haven't been to emotional training to
to know how to deal with it. And even like the event staff people get training.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if it's like some college kid that's beefy and he's getting some extra money.
Yeah.
They're taught how to handle people and make sure that, you know, no one falls on their head.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, they are prepared for it. So something always goes way south.
So no one dies and no lawsuits.
Yeah. So at this point, Hell's Angels are 0 for 2 on being security for a show.
I want to hire them for my party that Maroon 5 is playing.
How much are you? Is it just Adam or is it the whole band?
It'll be the whole band.
Okay. Ooh, you're really pushing yourself to.
Yeah, I'm going to spend on this one.
Okay. Well, what's the occasion?
I
I haven't gotten invited.
It'll be a surprise party for you for something.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
I just ruined the surprise.
No wonder I haven't been told about it.
Oh, what should we celebrate?
I don't know.
We
Let's
got
see.
Jackalope Tales anniversary coming up.
Oh my God. We were talking about 100th episode.
Yeah, Jackalope Tales anniversary coming up in August.
God.
So we'll have Maroon 5 play. And Hell's Angels will be security.
Oh man.
That'll be great.
I'm all for it.
Right.
We're the Hell's Angels are gonna go 0 for 3.
And Maroon 5 are gonna open up for this person I saw on TikTok that can play. She's autistic and blind.
Yeah.
And she plays the keyboards with her feet in socks. Her name is Alana.
Oh.
We'll have to bring her in from Russia.
Okay.
But she plays Hotel California.
No.
Hotel California with a socked foot. How the fuck can you do that?
Is it pretty good?
It's fucking great. I was like, how are you doing that with your feet? And your toes are in socks, but she can, she lays on the floor and can play Hotel without even looking at the keyboard.
Holy
well,
hell.
She's blind.
Well,
but how do you feel as good with your feet as you?
It's like Stevie Wonder Mach 2.
Right.
Oh.
Moccasins. So she's going to be the headliner. And we'll hear Hotel California and Socked Foot.
Are you sure you don't want the Jim Rose Circus there too?
Well, let's do that.
It's kind of sounding like it's getting to that point.
We're going to do the little penis circus. It's like, this is a windsurfer. This is,
oh my God,
this
Hotel
is a Big
California with. I'm ready for this surprise party. No, seriously, our 100th episode. That's the way to ring it.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of little penises and foot socks. It's the Lone Star Salute.
It's the Lone Star Salute, y'all. You know, I give the little penises and foot socks more than 1 star now. But if you do have a 1-star review of something, welcome to the Lone Star Salute.
Oh, yes. The Lone Stars, where 1 stars represent disappreciation for something.
Or maybe,
it could be music. It can be artists.
Or maybe 1 star represents, maybe it's like a saluting hatred.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not against anything. It's for hatred.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or pro-hatred. 1 star.
1 star.
There you go.
Yeah. There's always something you can gain from pro-hatred.
Right. So you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. This is a review of the Ramones' first album.
Oh.
By Justin Some Guy. And this was on Album of the Year website. Definitely a groundbreaking and influential album for its time, but it is not enjoyable at all for me. The first 2 songs are pretty good, I will admit, especially Blitzkrieg Bop, but I also think they seem better because they're first. If they were placed at the back end of the album, for example, I would be more skeptical about them as well. But yeah, pretty good opening act. And then you get 25 minutes of the most one-dimensional tracks I've ever heard in my life. So
that's a great album.
It is. But are we getting to the point now where the kids nowadays, who of course listen to way exciting music, that it all sounds just too similar? And because seriously thinking, does the weight of the album really mean something to us because of when it came out and what it created?
Yeah, obviously.
That you can't take it away from away from it.
Right.
Because the importance of that album as truly, we could argue what was the first punk rock album? Was it the Stooges? Was it who knows,
Television.
the New York Dolls?
I know a lot of people say
Television.
television. Yeah.
But the Ramones was really a true start to punk.
Yeah.
And
The 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Fast
and that symbolized punk then. Do kids nowadays just think, well, it all sounds the same? So
well,
where's the excitement?
think about the way that you digest music today.
Yeah.
Kids don't buy albums.
No.
So he said he liked the first 2.
Yeah.
That's all that anyone listens to of any artist anyway.
Nowadays.
They don't listen to a full album.
They don't even listen to a full song.
No.
Yeah.
They
flip off after 2 minutes.
And even on TikTok, they trick up the song. They're like, I like the song. Let's make it faster.
Yeah.
Or put baby voices on it or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
So they don't have patience with music anymore. They don't have patience with this album.
No.
I went back and listened to Ramones and Sex Pistols and GBH, and it's almost like pop music now. At the time, it was so like different.
It was the attitude
and aggressive.
Yeah.
Back then, it was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, it was dangerous back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you listen to it, and it's like, beat on the brat, and it's like sing along, and it doesn't feel as fast, and it doesn't feel as dangerous.
Right.
But kids can't listen to a whole album.
No.
And I was thinking about that today driving here because I was listening to a Simple Minds album because I'm going to go see them.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this album meant a lot to me when I was 17.
Oh,
and I was thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow, what albums meant a lot to me, that the whole album I would sit and listen to over and over and over.
Yeah.
Kids don't have an album that means the world to them.
No, because there was so much thought by the artist for song order on albums and things like that. I don't think they give a shit anymore.
No, you throw it out there and
it's and they'll throw out singles too and just be done.
There's tons of artists now that's all they release are singles.
Yeah.
They don't release it. They don't put an album together. Why would you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's, I think, detrimental because a lot of people are going to think that all these songs sound the same, don't even give it credit, but we know what it meant back then.
And there's actual album art and an album and
and it still pisses me off because I think I did hear a Ramones song on like a car commercial. And it was like, oh, God.
Who sold that?
Oh, see.
It was not Joey.
I don't know who owns the Ramones. And we might be talking about all that.
I want to know who owns the Ramones.
The catalogs and who owns
We
what.
need to know that.
Who owns it now? Because you can tell when someone important dies because they're like, no, we'll never have our music played on commercials. And then all of a sudden they die and then whoever owns it.
And it's McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, new chicken nuggets.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
let's play some Ramones about it.
Yeah. So true. Now that was mine. So now you've still got yours.
Yeah. So this one is a review of Jim Rose Circus when they played the Edinburgh Festival in Scotland.
Okay.
And the title is Should I Tell You I Loathe the Jim Rose Circus by Lynn Gardner.
Oh.
And Lynn says, the sexual politics of this show are outrageous. I don't know how to object without giving him free publicity. When should you not write about a show? Because that would feed the oxygen of publicity. I've been thinking about this over the past couple of days after seeing Jim Rose Circus here in Edinburgh. It's been 10 years since the circus was last in town, and things have moved on from the days when eating glass and pretending to crush somebody's balls with a sledgehammer had city councilors frothing at the mouth and demanding the show be closed down. Rose's particular brand of exhibitionism has become commonplace in reality TV shows. I can't imagine anyone getting worked up by these circus tricks, which include pretending to swallow a goldfish and action painting using the anus, a technique which Jackson Pollock might have approved of. And I think that's where they put paint in your butt and you fart it out on the canvas.
Yes.
So like air,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I would laugh at that so hard.
Oh,
People
that's
put paintballs in their butt.
oh
shot
god.
'em out.
Yeah, I'd buy a painting.
I would totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Oh
do the
yeah.
thing.
You had to think about it.
Yeah, I was trying to think of, because I think the paintball thing probably.
It could smell.
Well, the paint's inside the paintball, so the paint
Yeah.
really is not in their ass. It's in
Okay.
the ball, right?
Yes, it's protected. Yeah.
Yeah, so the ball enclosure would slide down and be on the stage, and you just get paint. Trying to
so
think if I've got
analytical
butt-
about anal painting.
Right, I don't want any butt marks on there. Anyway, at the
Or
box,
some other stuff
I know.
comes out while they're pushing. So if you see brown on the paint,
it's got some butt mung. It's extra.
But
That's a great band name.
it is. But okay.
At the box office, they stressed the adult nature of this show. Yet, as far as I can make out, the content was devised entirely for a nerdy 14-year-old boy. I suppose they need a little PR spin when the content is as thin as it is here. Somebody has to object. It is wrong to just sit and watch. My suggestion is not to watch it all.
Oh.
It was well written for a review.
It really
One
was.
of the best, well written, well thought out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they do a bunch of butt stuff.
That's interesting. She would question whether a review would promote. All reviews promote. If you say anything about
Right.
something, it's promoting.
This promoted it.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
now I'm going, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about the butt painting.
Right.
Where they shoot the paint out.
Yeah.
Now I'm probably going to go look at some YouTube videos. But she's
You're gonna
also
go to the
right.
dark tube.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But she's also right. The Jim Rose Circus is lost its luster because back then that was shocking. That was before
yeah.
Jackass was on MTV, right?
That really was like a cleaned up version of Jim Rose.
Right.
Yeah.
Because basically Jackass probably stole a bunch of Jim Rose Circus stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
That they were doing.
Yeah, no. And I mean, that's true because God, Jim Rose was, I remember that one. You always heard about all the crazy shit they were doing.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I'd have to even wonder if they're still around. So,
you know what? I didn't check, but I need to find out.
we do. So we got to find out who owns the
we need to
Ramones catalog.
We need to call Marky and find out.
See?
Because the first time I saw Marky perform with them, he's guitar player in Jim Rose. He laid down on the bed of nails. They put a watermelon on his belly, and while he played guitar, chopped the watermelon with a samurai sword.
Oh shit!
On his belly.
Holy hell!
And I was like, dude, did they ever nick you? And he's got cuts.
No,
he's got little nicks
really?
on his belly.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
Oh,
And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Why?
God.
What if like he like had a stroke and he gutted you right there on stage?
Yeah. Oh,
And everyone
shit.
applauded.
I know, right? And they were, because when I think about Lollapalooza, especially that year, 92 it was, I think of the Jim Rose Circus that was going along with it. Because it was making as much press as the shows were.
Because no one had ever seen anything like that. That was just crazy.
Yeah.
And it was so addictive that Chris Cornell and Pearl Jam and everyone's going, this is pretty fucking cool. Let's bring them over here.
I mean, talk about not making the festival boring.
Right.
Oh, you always needed something to take it to another level.
Yeah. And that definitely was just, there always needs to be some kind of crazy sideshow like that. Instead of just like whatever local band, have some kind of the most insane.
Yes. Something.
Whatever going on.
Something pushing it to the edge.
Yep.
Oh.
Anyway.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of good stuff.
Ooh, happy. Yes. Oh, love the happy ending.
I fucking love that. Yep. And this is like the headliner of the festival. The happy ending.
It is.
So 2 stories. Well documented stories.
They are.
these, for the most part, are not jackalopes.
No, they're little pieces of it. Because, for example, did the Ramones hire the Hell's Angels for that purpose? I mean,
Who knows what they were thinking?
but it's so punk,
right?
I want to think, yeah.
I want to say, yeah.
Mhm.
Jim Rose is known to be a storyteller.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
In the highest and spin yarns.
Mhm.
He runs a fucking circus.
Ah.
So details could probably be skewed a little bit.
Mhm.
I mean, the guy that makes
Yeah.
butt paintings with paintballs out of his anus
Yeah.
might not be probably the best.
But someone who does that too, but
Right. He's got nothing to
it's
hide.
plausible.
He's got nothing to hide. He's like,
Exactly.
so whatever. They drank the bile beer in front of people before they started taking it backstage and just doing it for fun.
Oh shit.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Because they did the bile beer.
Yep.
Mm.
And I edited some out because I know from Marky some of the bile beer stories.
Oh shit. You even cleaned it up? Oh.
Yeah, there's some.
Maybe we should have like bonus content where you go into more
tell
detail. Oh, does it make you sick?
No, I can't tell it because
because it's been sworn to secrecy.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
shit.
God, I would love to. Before I die on my deathbed, I want to tell the bile beer story.
Yeah.
With 9 Inch Nails.
Oh,
the 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, shit.
It's 9 Inch Nails and fucking Guns N' Roses.
Oh shit. Oh man, that could make us some
God.
money.
I so want to tell this story, but I cannot.
Okay.
But yeah, that one was
like you
Anyway.
said, on your deathbed.
on my deathbed.
We'll go live while you're on your
like hold the
deathbed.
microphone up and go,
Yeah, right.
let's hear about the 9 Inch Nails, Guns N' Roses. I'm like,
Yeah.
take the face mask off. Okay. anyway.
Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
promised Marky that I would not. There's
Keep
some
an
things
eye.
I can't, but God dang it.
I know.
Like holding it back. Say. Anyway.
Oh.
But yeah, these are some stories.
Yep,
that
there's some
are
truth. There's could be
proven.
some jackalope.
You know what?
But
There's
they're
a little
great.
jackalope in every telling of any story.
There
and that's
really
what we're
is.
coming to find out at the happy ending of every story.
Yeah.
Everything's got a little jackalope in it.
So just from now on, just assume a little jackalope.
Everyone's got a little jackalope in it.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Hey, everybody, thank you for listening. We really appreciate you tuning in. And please follow the links on our show notes to check us out on all the socials.
Yeah, definitely. Like, subscribe, rate, leave us reviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcast. We've kind of been sitting at the same amount of reviews for a while, and we get a lot
We
of
need
listens.
some.
So express yourself. Like we said, reviews promote. So there
Yeah,
you go.
please help us.
Yeah, definitely. And yep, check out YouTube, all those things. Subscribe, give us some numbers. So.
In the arms of an angel.
Oh my God, that's perfect. That's when we segue to an image of us starving in a kennel. You're chained to a pole.
We need rescuing. Please rescue us.
Shit. Okay. Yep. I'm thinking of some new promos.
And please join us next time as we question, is it real or is it a jackalope tale?
Oh, fair warning. We might be going down that road. Hey, I'll take some pity subscriptions. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my God, I sound like I'm smoking.
Next time we see rain, should we say, I'm going to go grab my Bumbershoot?
Yes.
I think we should start a trend with that.
Yep.
It sounds so like British.
Bumbershoot.
Bumbershoot.
I think it sounds like a anus.
Maybe that's how you paint. Yeah, you do Bumbershoot.
Bumbershoot painting.
Of umbrellas.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to start referring to my butt as the Bumbershoot.
Okay. So My umbrella will be a Bumbershoot.
Got a
Your
little-
ass is going to be a
Got a
Bumbershoot.
little itch in my Bumbershoot. See, it makes more sense.
It really does. Okay, it no longer means umbrella.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, Bumbershoot. Like,
You're,
it's a famunda thing.
no, my Bumbershoot's feeling a little extra
Or like,
tired.
no one knows what to call the taint.
Oh.
Maybe that could be the Bumbershoot.
Okay. Well, taint is taint.
Right. But most you can say taint, people are like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
There are some people still.
Wow.
And they're like, the
yeah.
perineum. I don't know what that
Those
is. Either.
protected.
And then you can go, the Bumbershoots. They're like, oh.
Oh,
okay.
well, you should have said that.
Yeah, taint this and taint that. It's the Bumbershoot.
All right. I guess we'll get closer to 100 episodes.
Right. And you'll hear us say anus even more.
Yeah. Taint, anus, Bumbershoots. It's all in our vocabulary. All right.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
We love you.
Oh, shit.